Today's collectible spot, we are having a look at the NECA Scalers, the Hobbit Gollum. Or Gollum, depending on how you want to call him. This is recommended for ages 8 and up and comes to us from the folks over at NECA Toys. As you've seen over the last 6 reviews, this really being the 6th review, you can see the wide range of different characters that NECA is producing under the Scalers name. As this property grows, and I hope it grows, we're going to see some other characters in this property. You know what? In fact, you guys can let me know down below if you've been enjoying these videos. What characters would you like to see as Scalers? A couple of the examples that I have already mentioned, a Mohawk or Stripe from Gremlins would be neat Scalers, and Ghostface I think would be a pretty neat looking Scaler as well. But this is Gollum, coming to us from The Hobbit, and it actually comes to us from the Unexpected Journey, as opposed to not just, just the Hobbit property. On the back of the card, the back of the clam case here, says Scalers are collectible minifigures for your cords and cables featuring iconic characters from movies, video games, TV, and comic books. These adorable minis grip headphone cords, device cables, and more, and feature an amazing level of detail. At only 2 inches tall, there's room for a bunch on any cord. Collect your favorites and take them everywhere. To check out more from NECA, not only the Scalers that they are producing, but the other figures of properties that they are producing as well, you can head over to www.necaonline.com. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. When we come back, we are going to get a better look at Hobbit's Gollum. There's more anyway, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Gollum comes with his precious... Well, actually, it's not his precious. It could be, but he does come with just a cable, a simulated cable, I guess, to make it look as if he's holding onto a device cable in package. It's just a pliable plastic rubber piece. We'll just move that to the side. Having a look, though, at Gollum, he really looks neat. Scale-wise, I would say he's like a 1-to-1 scale. Okay, Spot, that's being ridiculous. He's not quite 1-to-1. He's a little bit smaller than that. He's angry. He's angry. So I would say he's not probably Smeagol right now. He's Gollum. He is precious. He's probably angry as well that I've taken this cable away. This cable right away. No, you can't have it. No. You can't have it. Wish it was that easy. But paint on all of them, which I don't really think I touched too much on while we've been reviewing these, but the paint on all of them is incredible. Nice, clean paint, very vibrant, and by comparison, like we have Gollum here, and the last one we looked at was Gizmo. Just very vibrant looking paint on all. They stand out. Even really to that extent, like the Dark Xenomorph, who is really all just black and dark gray. They're just really vibrant pieces that stand out. Especially characters like Gollum, which I would say is a little lighter than the others. He would stand out quite a bit on a cable. Now his grip is a little more closed together, kind of similar to Jason and Freddy. I've got myself, once again, my little audio cable. There's a cable I can just plug into my, my iPhone. And you can just take it. And because all the limbs are a rubbery material, very easy to get them onto the cable. Once then, you just allot for how much space you want to have, whether you want to have Gollum near the top or near the bottom of your device wire. And you just separate the hands. Once again, very rubbery. And just clip him into the wire. Just like so. And you have something that looks like this. Pretty much similar to how he looked in packaging, but as a device cable, especially if you're going maybe again for walks, if you have your bud wires plugged in, you can kind of have Gollum just hanging while you're walking along. He can also look perfectly on a phone wire. I don't mean like the curly wires like from the receiver to the phone, but like even from your phone jack wire, he could just be hanging there as well. Speaker wires. I mean, really, the sky's the limit. And especially with these two, even though in the Jason video I mentioned that he would only really accommodate a small, thin wire, because the arms are the way they are, you don't have to really have them clipping onto the wire with their hands. You can just have the wire running right through their arms. So larger device cables, don't necessarily rule those out. You could probably still use them with it. So having them with like your TV, with your HDMI cables, or your RCA cables, you could have a Gollum just hanging there like so. Though detail-wise and being a Lord of the Rings fan, I think he turned out really neat. And again, by just the comparison to some of the other pieces that they've produced, it's remarkable how you can get someone like Gollum, and you have someone like Predator, and though they are very similar, really, really similar in the way that they're sculpted, they are very, very distinct from one another with the, the additional sculpt pieces on Predator, for example. These are currently available. These have been recently released, and I would say they're worth picking up. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed these videos. I really am loving these Scalers line, and if you guys can let me know down below what pieces would you like to see for future Scalers. Maybe even more Lord of the Rings, maybe variations to the Predator, maybe different versions of Freddy. Certainly the sky's the limit. They're not articulated figures, but as an accessory to a device, it's something as a market section that NECA, I think, is really hitting a home run on. Today's collectible spot, we're having a look at the NECA Scalers Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. We're having a look today at the Gollum, the Gollum Scaler. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more collectible spots heading your way. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Precious.